Hey guys, I have went out and bought my mother a grill. My mother and father. I bought a lot of pellet grills in the last little while. Bought each one of my kids one for their houses, and when they bought their own house, I went and bought them each a Traeger grill. I ended up buying myself a grill. Can't remember the name brand on it. I got it a really nice grill. I think I've showed it to you guys. I can't remember if I have or not. But my mother, she's been talking about pellet grills, and I'm like, yeah. And then she came up with this idea, and I did some research on it, and the reviews are pretty good. But the main thing that it has about it is it actually is a pellet grill, and it's also a propane grill, and it's also got a griddle in it. And she doesn't know yet that I bought it. She's been talking all about it and everything else, and I checked it, and the reviews came back pretty good. The pellet part of it says that the heat disbursement is maybe not the greatest, that some guys have put like a metal plate in there to help it, and that works really good then. Otherwise than that, I mean, I've watched some videos on it and reviews and stuff, and it seems like it's pretty good. The other thing is the Wi-Fi app, because you can connect with your Wi-Fi through a phone, and you can connect with that, control it and stuff. And I guess there's been a lot of problems with that. A lot of people said there was issues with that. Well, my mother doesn't even have a smartphone, so it doesn't really matter. So I bought it, and so it has a pellet grill. You can see the one side of it there. That's the pellet grill on that side, and then there's actually a propane grill on the other side, and it also has a griddle attachment that can go into it. And she was like, I was thinking about getting a griddle for outside and stuff, and this has all three and everything else. She's going on. I was like, whatever. So I was just in town getting some other stuff, and I said, I'm just gonna buy it. So I'm gonna put this thing together for her. She's gonna yell at me because I bought it, but I'm gonna put this thing together, and she can have herself a nice grill. The funny thing is, my parents are like 90 years old. There's just the two of them out here, and this grill is huge. I had to have, there was 4 of us that had lifted in the back of the truck. The thing is like 270 pounds or something like that. This thing weighs, it's humongous. But I also bought her the cover. That's the actual cover that goes with this grill, that covers it up. And checked it, and then I bought her a bag of pellets. I just bought some hickory pellets just to run it in, to season everything and stuff. So I'm going to start putting this thing all together. I'm not going to record putting it together. It's just, open it up, smell the communism, follow the little stick figures, this screw here, that screw there. So I'm going to get started on this thing before I get started. Well, guys, I put this together for about 2 hours last night and worked through into the dark, and started actually raining a little bit, but I actually got it all together. It's all set up here, and I got the cover on it. I bought the additional cover because it's got electronics, so I want to make sure this thing stays covered. And so pop the cover off, and I'll show it to you guys. Well, there it is, all put together, guys. And just walk you around real quick. This is the hopper over here. This is where you add your pellets to it. And I saw some guys online were saying that you can't change the wood pellets from one flavor to another, and it kind of sucks. Well, you actually can. There's a little tiny hole down there, and you just loosen this up. And you pull this here screw out, and you just slide it out, and all your deals will slide right out there, and you just put a bucket on it. So you can change it. Just somebody online wrote a review and don't actually know how to work it. Right here is where you plug in your 2 probes it gives you, and then you just run the cords down through here and into the cover, so you can put those into your meat. Here's the controls for it and everything. It's all touch button and everything. This thing has a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capability. You can hook it up to your phone to control this thing. Like I was saying, my mom doesn't even have a smartphone, so. But this is the grilling part of it, and it has this, and it also has a top shelf inside here, so you can fit a pretty good size in there. That is your shroud over there to dissipate the heat, and it has this lever right here that you can move this back and forth to let more heat in there and out. It has a nice little shelf on here that pops up, put stuff on, unlatches over on the side. And then this is your grill part. It has 3 burners, so you can turn all 3 of them on. So you got your flames all down here. Get your grill going and everything. We'll cook all this off. But then you could take these off, and you take those heat dissipation plates off of there. They just pop off. And then this here griddle actually sits up on top of there, and that's a grease trap. It sits in that corner over there. And that sits over top, and then you actually have a griddle. So you have an outside griddle, you have a grill, and you have a smoker all in one. So everybody's saying it's pretty cool. The other cool thing about this, that because I mean, I have a lot of these things. I was telling my mom, I bought 4 of these things and not that long. Is that the big thing in smokers is the pot, the ash pot, and you just flip that out, put that like so. This part comes out. Flip this up out of the way. And right there is your fire pot. Okay, here's your auger that brings in the pellets, brings them in, drops them in. That's the igniter right down on the bottom here. But a lot of these fire pots, they're solid on the bottom. This one here actually has a screen down in there. And the cool thing I saw about online is it has this little lever right here, and it has a wire brush on it. And you pull it across, and it cleans it and knocks the ash down into a little container down here. And then you just pull this out and it takes your ash out. I did read online that it works really good. But they said that it still gets ash down in here, so you still have to vacuum it out just like any other pellet grill. You still got to vacuum the ash out here, otherwise because there's a fan in there and it blows, and that will blow the ash up onto your food. So you still have to do that every once in a while. But that's pretty cool how it cleans that out. So I think that's pretty cool. And all this stuff, see, it has the bin goes on there, so as you cook food, the drippings and everything will come over the top of the plate. Goes down in this hole, down in this little compartment. The grease stuff will run down this hole, and it drops into the base of this. When you use the griddle, it has a little grease trap that's over in the corner. There's a little hole in the griddle, and the thing is so heavy I'm not going to even lift it and tear it all apart, but it's pretty nice. It's a whole griddle. But the grease drops off of that, and it goes down to the same thing. And down below here, it actually has a whole grease trap that goes over to a hole over here, and you have a bucket that you can just remove and get the grease off. And you just, all your grease drips into there. It's a pretty nice little grill, guys. Huh? Pretty cool. $747 what it costs from Walmart. Yes, it smells like communism. It's made in China. But it's been some pretty good reviews. The main thing negative that I've heard a lot about is the Wi-Fi app, connecting with the app and everything. But like I said, my mom isn't going to use that. So it was like $747 for the grill. I think it's worth it. You get a smoker, a griddle, and a grill. That's pretty cool. I also bought the cover. I don't even know what the price was on it. I think it was under $100. It's made. It fits right over top of this. And then I bought my mom a bag of pellets too. So I'm going to do the first hookup on this thing. I'm going to get this thing fired up. You got to do a burn off on it. You get all the oils and everything off. And you don't want to put food in there, so we got to light this thing up and get it all nice and hot. Run it for about 30 minutes. I'll show you guys how to start this thing up. So I have this grill here going to just cook off all the oil on everything. Just cook everything up so all the oil stuff's off of there. So I just turn it on to 300 degrees. And I have this one going. I dumped some pellets in there, and basically what I did is just turn the power on, and I just held the prime button. which turns the auger, and I dumped in some pellets, so now they're down there. So now I'm waiting for the fan to turn off, and then I'll fire the unit up. Alright, our fan is turned off, so now I will turn the unit back on. Comes on, all the lights come on, tells me the igniter is going, auger is good. You can see the auger is going. We can set the temperature. It's probably hard to see on the camera, but you press it. We're going to put it at 180. That's kind of the smoke. So now we just let her be, and she'll heat up, and the flame will start. Once that starts, then I'll put the deals back on top of it. See, I don't know if you guys can see this on the camera or not, but it's starting to smoke. There it goes. See the flame? You can hear it. She's lit up. So now we're going to put these pieces back in. I have to put the camera down. We're going to put the pieces back in, set them back in there, and I'm going to start burning this off and turn the temperature up. Well guys, I let this go for a while, and it's actually still at 350 degrees. It actually got up to 550 degrees pretty fast. You can see how everything's kind of discolored now, the metal. Burned it off. Basically need to clean her up now and then slap some meat on there. Or vegetables if you're into that. But I got this one going and fired the thing up, put it all back on there, and just running this. I'm going to run this for about 30-40 minutes or so, and it's actually 350 degrees in there right now. I have it set at 400, and you guys can see the firebox that's underneath there. Let's get everything going. And I got this thing all cooking and burn all the oils off everything. This thing's pretty cool. It's a little bit hard to see in the sunlight though. It is. But got that thing going. Also this here is the chimney on it, which is very hot right now. But if you want more smoke on here, you turn this in and it closes it up a little bit. If you want less smoke on your meat, then you unturn that and that opens it, it raises up and lets more smoke out. We're getting her hot. So there you go. It's a pretty nice grill. And that griddle down there, it's got to be seasoned and everything. And my mom actually looked it up online and said it's got to be cleaned really well, and then actually stick it in the oven and cook it in the oven, I guess is how to season it, and then put it on here. It's pretty heavy. I think I'm gonna have to help her with that the next time I'm home or something. That thing's pretty heavy. So there you go. Nice little grill. Pit Boss, bought it at Walmart, $7.47. I'm not sure on the cover. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was under $100. I didn't even look at it, to tell you the truth, guys, because you got a nice grill, you better have a cover. So I just bought her the cover, and got her all set up here. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope that everybody out there is having themselves a great day, great night as they're watching this here video. And if you're not, well, go buy a new grill. Then you can cook some meat and be happy. I'll catch you guys later. See ya.